Salute to everyone who is watching. So, why are these motivational videos destroying me? So, before I started teaching people, I was a motivational speaker. So, what happened is that I was motivating people, and there came a point where I felt like I was not doing enough. So I started going on YouTube, and there was one person who recommended this wonderful man who actually passed away on my birthday on the 27th of November, Dr. Miles Monroe. So he changed my perspective in a lot of stuff. And he started making me aware of what I was craving, because I was doing all these motivations, but I felt like I was not making a difference, because really the way I am and the way I project people, I don't like to motivate them as much. And today I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because I'm doing this video based on one of my mentees who is in the Red Pill group that I host on WhatsApp. I'll leave the link in the description if you wanna check it out, because there's a section for ladies and gentlemen. And this gentleman says that I told them that I would rather teach you than motivate you. And one thing he said is that these motivational videos are depressing us. And I asked them why. And he said that they make you feel upset because they make you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it made me think a little. Then I've been wondering why that mentee is feeling the way that they are feeling. And today I just decided that I'm going to do this video, because I think these motivational videos of yours and these motivational sessions of yours are destroying you. But take into consideration, these motivational videos are important. These motivational sessions are important because they serve a purpose that I'm going to talk about throughout this video. But the problem is that people go to it before they do what we call building the engine. What they do is that they fill up the fuel without having the tank to fill in that fuel. That is what motivation does to people. And the problem with these motivational videos is that what it does is something that I actually read in the book. That was quite interesting. It says that it puts you in a world of utopia. It gives you a world of utopia, meaning that when you are listening to someone and they're telling you, go for your dreams, you can do it, leave your friends so that you can do it, work hard and all of that. It gives you a sense of a bubble when you are in that moment, that you are experiencing the feeling of utopia, like everything is going to be perfect and all of that. But what happens is that when you leave that little bubble of euphoria, when the motivational session is over and you are going home and you are going wherever, that feeling of emptiness will come back, because you don't have the tank. You just have the fuel, but you don't have the tank to fill in that fuel. And that is where we are right now. And that is something that I did for myself. Then I decided that I'm not going to do anymore. That's why in these videos I like to describe a lot. And if you actually listen to my videos till the end, I don't just motivate you. I tell you what the problem is and how to solve it. But I don't tell you how to solve it if there's no problem. And what the motivational videos are doing is that, and this is how they manipulate people so that you can listen to them, is that they mix up the words. Like, they make it feel good and they make you like you're not doing. They can just simply say that you can do it by saying that if you are in this position where you are this and this and this and this and this, you are not doing enough. And unfortunately, in that instance, what you're doing is that you are not making people feel motivated. What you're doing is that you are making them feel like they can never get there. You get me. And unfortunately, that is where I was, and that is where I was leading you guys. So what I do right now is that I teach you more than I motivate you. I motivate you when I have taught you. If I didn't teach you, I will never motivate you. Just like I said, motivation to me is filling in fuel, but I have to give you the tank to fill in the fuel first. That's why I state the problem first. Every time that I tell people, even when with my preaching, I always give you the tank first. If you don't get the tank, you will never get the motivation. Because one thing you should realize is that when you are motivating people or you are receiving motivations without the fuel tank, it's like you are building a building with no foundation. And the building with no foundation, what happens? It's going to stay there, but it's going to collapse eventually. But what happens is that you need what we call a drive first before you get these motivations. What I did is that for myself, that I started off and doing all of this stuff, is that I started making Jesus Christ my foundation, Yahuwah Yamashiach. I started making, that's the translation for Jesus Christ. I started making Yeshua my foundation. Then after I made Yeshua my foundation, the motivation started to make sense. But I was able to discern when people are motivating you to make you feel bad and sometimes to make you feel good. Because not every time when they tell you all this stuff, they are good. Some of them, they're just twisting words because they want you to listen to them. And I'm criticizing them. I'm criticizing them because I want you to know and discern for yourself. I'm tired of seeing people becoming depressed, even though there's a whole lot of motivational speakers right now. There's a lot of videos that give you the courage and all of that, and do all of that and tell you how good you can do and all of that. But there's more depression right now. There's more social anxiety right now. There is more abuse right now. Even though these things are growing, but even evil is growing too, because of the fact that we are not taught to have a drive. We are not making a foundation first. We are so focused on the surface level stuff. We are so focused on the fact that the feel-good factor, if you could call it like that. We are so focused on the fact that we should feel good at that moment, that when you go home, you realize that you didn't really learn anything. And that is the problem. You will find out that you were just in that utopian wall or bubble. What you should do is that, first of all, I want you to do this. Make sure that you listen to motivations that you have instilled a foundation of first. What do I mean by that? Do not listen to motivations that talk about your weight if you have not told yourself first that you want to lose weight or gain weight. People will tell you that the benefits of gaining weight and losing weight and all of that, and it will make you feel bad. But the next person will listen to it because they have a foundation in their mind to think that I need to lose weight. I can say the same thing to the next person, but they are two different people. Someone will take it in a positive light, someone will take it in a negative light, because the other one has a drive and the other one doesn't. So the other one will say it as an insult. So make sure that you have a foundation for the motivation that you want to receive. You will feel bad if you are not making yourself have a foundation. If you are, let's say you want to boost your self-esteem, You have to know first why you want to boost your self-esteem. What makes your self-esteem low? How did it come for your self-esteem to become low? And what are the steps are you going to take so that you can be able? You shouldn't start off with the motivation. You should first of all understand why you want to boost your self-esteem. The question that you need to answer is why, and all of those stuff, and why, how, where, why, what, where, the four W's, then the how. That is when, and after you answer the how, that is when you're going to receive the motivations. Otherwise, they're going to still make you feel bad about yourself. They're going to make you feel like you are not doing something. Because some of these motivations, let me tell you something, some of these motivators are just doing all these motivations because they want to feel good about themselves. But in the same time, the situation that they are finding themselves in is not convenient. They're just doing the videos because they want to escape their own reality. So what they do is that they will tell you all of these stuff. And one other thing before I leave this video is that do not listen to someone who does not do what they advise you to do. They shouldn't motivate you to say that you should stop smoking, you should stop drinking, but they are the ones who become wasted and all that. Don't listen to them. If they don't live what they preach, don't listen to them. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe and comment below, and check out my pizza business. I always recommend you to start your own business. The reason why is that I started my own and I can see the perks of it. There, it's tough, but start off your own business, whether you are working or not. And always remember /TechXYS so just to reach you out.